Mr. Smith.
Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome to the King and Me Show. I'm one half of this thing, King.
Hey y'all, it's me, Michelle. How y'all doing?
We here at the King and Me Show attempt to offer a real outlook on a healthy relationship. Real being relatable,
Entertaining
accountable.
and loving.
Hope y'all enjoy the next 55 minutes or so here on this lovely Monday. Pulled up with us. It is the last Monday in the shortest month of the month here, and so far,
It's the greatest month of the year.
isn't it? What makes February the greatest month of the year?
Because that's the month that we get to indulge in all this Black history awesomeness. Because Black history is U.S. history. Like,
Then wouldn't that
who
make
built this?
every history U.S. history?
Yeah. Because the U.S. is made of multiple diverse cultures, beliefs, and everything. And that's what makes America so beautiful, so amazing, so great now. A lot of different cultures contributed to what we currently see. Not just one ethnicity, not just one race.
You smell good.
Oh, thank you, baby. You look good.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
Kiss
was
number 4.
That is not. It's kiss number
Ha-ha.
3. I was
Ha-ha.
amazed by your gray hair. Like, you have this one little one right here, and I was like, "Is there something?" And I was like, "No, it's a grass."
I should thank you for the grays that I have in my beard. I didn't have grays before I met you. Yeah.
I don't think that's a compliment.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's what I say to my students, and I don't mean that as a compliment when I say it.
I've been wanting them to come in so bad. Since I met you
Mm-hmm.
over 3 years ago, I've been wanting them to come in so bad.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We're going to play a Q&A game.
Ooh, I love Q&A.
And the questions that I brought up here are designed to give a little bit more insight into each other. I think that if couples sometimes take the time, whether they're 3 years in, 5 years in, 10 years in, to just ensure that you understand the person that they are at that point. Right?
Ooh, at that point, yes, I like that.
At
like
that point,
part.
I think that that's crucial. It gives you an understanding of what that person values. And let me say this too. What you choose to value, there's nothing wrong with that. For example, some people value money. What can he or she get for me or do for me that's going to enhance my life monetary wise or benefits wise? And I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with that if you are aware that that's what that person is doing for you or that's what they're seeking from you, and it should be a symbiotic relationship of some sort. If they're going to value you for your money, you should value them for something and be okay with what that something is. Meaning, if it's a money for time or attention thing, if you're fine with that and you're cool with that, then that's what makes y'all's relationship work. But if you're not, you should be the one that speaks up and says something against that and go find something that does work for you. I'm going to tell you what I value.
Uh-oh.
Here's the thing. I love this relationship and I value this relationship because I truly believe that you really want what's best for me.
Yeah, Yeah, I do. Look, I didn't know where you were gonna go. I was like, oh, am I gonna like what he's saying? Yes, I do.
But you might not
100%.
like this next
Oh
part.
gosh.
While I love that you want what's best for me, I wouldn't necessarily say that I need you for that. I love you.
He needed me for his gray hair, but now he don't need me for this. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Okay. Whatever. Talk your stuff, sir. Go ahead. Talk your stuff.
Like, I really don't understand the people that say words like "you complete me."
You complete me. It means that before you, there was a part of me that was not whole. I was not my truest self. I was not the best version of me that I could possibly be. But then I met you. Hand, give me your hand. But then I met you, and now all aspects of my life and my being are complete.
But you could have gotten to that without me.
No, because it needed to be you. Like, okay, so while I won't say we're still in the month of love. While I won't say that like you can complete me, I will say that you bring out a part of me that I never knew existed. You challenge me to be the best version of myself, even a version that I didn't know existed within me. And I don't know if I said this, but like you push me to be great. Like you see me here and you know that I can be better than where I am. So you don't say like go all the way here, like go to the finish line. You're just like, no, well, why don't you do this? Make this small incremental change right here so that you can have a better quality of life. And then I'm like, okay, I trust you. I'll do it. So then I do it. And then you're like, okay, enjoy the moment here for a little bit, but then why don't you try to go here? Because I think you can do this. Like, I think you can be successful here. You should do this. And then, like, you do that. So I won't say you complete me, but I will say that I am better. My life is better for having met you and fallen in love with you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see at the end of these
If I still
questions
feel the same way in the next 50 minutes.
if you still feel the same way. Let's start with keeping it light. How do I show you that I love you without saying a single word?
Normally, it's when you give me a kiss when we first see each other.
Can you speak up a little bit louder?
I said, normally, it's when you first give me a kiss when we first see each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you show me that you love me. But no, you check on me throughout the course of the day. And like you'll just randomly pop in when I'm not expecting it, and that'll warm me up. Or when you know that my load is too great and even I may not know that my load is too great in that particular moment, you'll step in and either offer me support or extend the grace to myself that I have not extended to myself and tell me to, take that off my plate, to let that go for that moment. So you try to look out for the wholeness of me.
But I usually use words for that. So how do I show you that I love you without saying a single word?
Oh, that's a great point. How do you do that without words? Um Oh, you know something you do? So because my love language is physical touch, when we're sitting on the couch together and you're busy and you're doing something, you'll take your finger and literally the one index finger and you'll do like that. And you'll just tap me and you'll leave it there. So I don't know how uncomfortable this is for you, but like you'll just sit and you'll just leave it there for a little bit so that I can know that hey, he loves me.
That is funny. For you,
Yes.
you have a way that you'll look at me that to me translates I admire this man or I adore this man. And you don't have to say a single word. It's just the way that you look. And even when you don't think that I see it or feel it. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is like, okay, she loves me.
I do.
This can continue. What's one of the most thoughtful surprises that I've ever pulled off for you?
Oh man. So the reason why this is difficult is not because you haven't done surprises for me, but because my memory is trash.
Same. That's why I was like, I hope for some of like the memory stuff that I'm able to think of some things.
Oh my gosh. Like, this is. All right, repeat the question.
What is the most thoughtful surprise I've ever pulled off for you?
Oh my gosh, King. Okay, most thoughtful surprise.
I can go if you need time.
Yeah, go, because
Okay.
all my memory.
So for me, it goes around the gift, and if you watch our channel before, then you've likely heard me talk about this a couple of different times. I be forgetting where I leave my wallet at all the time. And was it a Father's Day gift? Yes. So a Father's Day gift that Michelle got for me was an Apple AirTag. And when I tell you that is one of the most thoughtful and most useful things that I use almost on a daily
It's
basis.
really sad that he uses that on a daily basis.
A daily basis. So just the thought behind it, the um the way that she got to getting me that gift, that was probably today one of the most surprising thoughtful surprise that you pulled off for me.
Does this count as a gift?
Or just a surprise, thoughtful
A
surprise.
thoughtful surprise. You paid for something that was going on with my car. And because my car is beauty, my car is a 2013 Hyundai Elantra, and you knew that beauty was, sick and not feeling well, still operable, but not in the most optimum way. And you took her to get fixed, and when you took her to get fixed, you insisted on me not knowing how much it cost to do it. Like, that was your gift to me.
Yeah, that
And
counts.
I thought that that was wonderful. Like, it wasn't an expectation. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't something that I asked, like, oh, King, can you please do this for me? It wasn't. It was just something that you did out of the kindness of your heart. And to be honest, that was the start. And ever since then, it's like you've adopted beauty, and you take beauty under your wings. And if beauty has any issues, you're just like, okay, Michelle, take my car, I'll take your car,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go take care of it. And it's not asked, but it is deeply, deeply appreciated. So thank you.
That is selfish reason. You, unlike me, have a paid off car. So we need your car to run as long as it
We
can.
need like another 3 to 4 years off of beauty. Yeah.
So any of the maintenance stuff that I'm like, yeah, let me just knock this out that don't break the bank where I gotta donate a kidney to be able to pay for it, I will absolutely and gladly do it. But here's the thing. Michelle didn't, just like she said, she didn't ask me to pay for it or anything like that. And Michelle and I's finances are separate. We have a joint savings account that's for specific purposes.
And we have a CD.
And we also have a certificate of deposit.
Mm-hmm.
But our finances are separate. And there are things that.
For now.
Oh, what you mean?
For now. Didn't you say we were combining them?
Are we going to do a one pot?
I think you said that.
Did we?
I don't remember. King, my memory is trash. I don't remember if we said that. I thought we did.
If you've been watching us a while,
Did we say that?
Did we say that? I don't remember. I
don't
remember talking about the one pot,
Yeah.
and how I think it's got its pros and cons. I'm not against either way. I just know that whatever we communicate, we just got to communicate and agree on it.
And remember it.
But let me ask y'all, for those of y'all who are in a relationship, whether you are married, whether it's a long-term committed thing, or however you define it, are you a one pot type of relationship? Do you keep your stuff separate? What about the people that both of us are employed people? Do you still keep it separate, or do you do the one pot if one's employed and the other one isn't? How do y'all handle y'all finances? Put it down in the comment section. And also, if you don't mind sharing, how did you get there, and was it contentious?
Right. Because my thing is, I bank with a credit union that I've been banking with for either 21 or 22 years. And I am so reluctant to let go of that credit union. Like, so reluctant. I have no issues combining finances with him. Have every issue letting go of that credit union because, like, I love them so much.
And what about cell phones? See?
So cell
See?
phones, I have Verizon, and I've had Verizon for almost 20 years. I think since 2009. Um, and I love them. It's a story behind it. It's a story behind it. In the moment where I needed to be able to reach emergency services in Frederick County when I was living in Baltimore City,
Verizon came through.
Verizon was able to come through, and I have been with them ever since because it really was a life or death matter. And Verizon gave me the reception that I needed to be able to make that phone call. And I have been loyal to them ever since. It cost me an arm and a leg, which is probably why my body's jacked up now. But it cost me an arm and a leg, and I love Verizon. And they also pay for my Hulu and Disney Plus. So there's that.
Now, I'm with T-Mobile, but prior to Sprint and T-Mobile merging, I was with Sprint since I got back from Japan in 2009. So I've been with the same carrier essentially for close to, what is it?
The same amount
19,
of time I
29.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for a really long time. And my plan is significantly cheaper than her plan.
And you also carry other people on your cell phone plan. I carry me, myself, and I on my cell phone plan, but I have so many perks that come with it. Plus, both of us 17-year relationships with our carriers, and
Is your iPhone paid off?
a couple of months.
How much is it per line?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look. Like, we can look at the bill after this.
Because you should move it over to mine for just that phone once it's paid off. It's $20 a line on mine.
Yeah, but that's the one we have to talk about.
We'll
this
talk
offline.
about it offline.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it offline.
I'm about to say that's the one that carries the membership to the place, to the store that you shop at that I don't.
Okay.
It's specifically that line. Like, it's not just my overall account. It's specifically that line.
Next question. What is a fear or insecurity of yours that our relationship has helped heal? What is a fear or insecurity of yours that our relationship has helped heal? I don't think you're going to like my answer.
Mine is going to seem ambiguous. So you have helped, our relationship has helped me heal not feeling like I'm enough and also feeling like I am too much. So I get how those, like, too much and then not enough, but our relationship has helped me find like a balance in between. Like, there were previous relationships where I felt like I was too much. I did too much. I expected too much. And then other relationships where I felt, and sometimes even in the same relationship where I felt inadequate. So, like, if I felt inadequate with, subject matter A, I would go above and beyond on B to offset my inadequacy with A.
Okay.
So, not enough with A, too much with B. And it would just be like overwhelming. And at least in my mind, I thought it was overwhelming. You have helped me to find the balance with both.
Okay. What is a fear or insecurity of mine that our relationship has helped heal? I don't know how to say this. I wasn't entirely too sure that I would be able to trust women with my emotional well-being after I got divorced.
Like that.
But if I'm being honest,
Mm-hmm.
the question has helped heal. It's improved it.
Like, it was 0%. It's now 1. So there's that progress.
The bar has moved, but it's not like healed. It is
Healing.
healing.
Okay. Hey, we'll take it.
So there is a little bit of progress to it. I didn't know how you were going to feel about that because I didn't want you to hear what I said and go, oh, so you don't trust me? or you think that I'm going to emotionally wipe you out or something like that.
No.
So
I hear progress. I hear that you were at
good.
0 and now you're at 1. I take the win. Look, I take the win.
Okay. What's a flaw of mine that you've actually learned to embrace? I know I'm flawed.
Sick king. Especially since we just got past this. Sick king, I feel like that is a personality flaw and defect of yours. And I say that with so much love, baby. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. All the time. 365 or 66 days a year. I love you so much. And it is the love that I have for you that's like overwhelmingly present all the other days of the year that allows me to be able to tolerate you when you're sick.
I
So the
like it.
so the flaw that I've been able to accept is sick king.
Okay.
Sick king. I get it. Like when you're sick, you don't have the patience for like all the extra stuff, so you're just like short, sweet, to the point.
Hmm.
That's a flaw.
All right. I think,
Uh-oh.
and
I
I
don't know if I want to hear this answer.
and I don't know if this is like a flaw, but the way I'm going to word it, overthinking.
Flaw slash disability, but we'll take it.
Overthinking. The way you overthink and take some Olympic size jumps off of stuff.
Am I Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics?
I would
This
call
matters.
it. I would call it Winter Olympics.
Yes, this is my season.
Yes. Why is that?
This is Winter Olympic season.
Okay.
This is my season.
Yeah,
I'm here.
definitely.
I'm thriving.
Definitely Winter Olympics.
Yes.
The reason why I've learned to embrace it is that it does have its value. It does
What
have its
value?
value. You will sometimes catch some things that I'm like, oh, it's a good thing you thought about that.
Good thing I overthink. Okay.
So in some instances, yes, the overthinking brings value and is definitely good.
Awesome.
The other times it's like, oh my goodness, how did you? What? I'd be like, why?
Yeah, like how do
Why
you
are you even there with that?
see in my mind the way I picture this? I'm coming down the ski slope since you said winter. I'm coming down the ski slope and then I and I'm just there. Olympic. Yes.
Earlier, you talked about how I challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
In what way have I challenged you to become a better version of yourself?
Um, to let go of things on my plate and to care about myself. And I realize that that can sound really, really selfish. I have a heart designed for giving, nurturing, helping other people reach their best successful self. And I think you noticed that early on, but you also noticed that it was killing me to do that for other people. So you notice I had like this, to put it in a metaphor, I had this big cup and I was trying to pour into everyone else's cup with whatever was in that big cup, but it was not enough liquid in that cup. So reduce your cup, reduce my burden, reduce what I'm doing so that my cup can actually overflow and then be able to pour into others. And I like that. So, how you have helped to make me a better person, improve my life, is to say, Michelle, take a break, breathe, relax. Um, Heal and rest up, because a healed and rested Michelle will make for a better Michelle for yourself and for everyone.
Okay. You said the question is, what way have you challenged me to be a better version of myself?
Yep.
All right. So there would be a few things that I could name. I think the one that I'm going to name though is I don't like to feel. However, I have learned that it's okay to feel your feelings and that it's actually important to feel them because it's that by feeling your feelings, it helps get you through that next evolution of what you have to do to like move past something. So it is okay to feel your feelings instead of holding on to them because I will, if you know me, you know how I can hold on to something. but I've learned and you've challenged me to actually feel those feelings so that I can, you know, move on to that next phase.
Aww. I feel that you have made significant growth in these 3.5 years that we've been together. And I love you, babe.
Hmm. Hmm. What is
Hmm.
a belief or perspective of yours that I have completely changed?
I have an answer. I do. And I'll give it. A belief of mine that you have completely changed would be that marriage and motherhood are necessary.
Aren't or are necessary?
Are necessary.
Elaborate.
So you always talk about how when you went on my website, you saw my blog that said, I wanted to be married and everything like that. For a really, really long time, the only reason I wanted to be married is because the Bible says that you need to be married in order to have children, which goes back to the for a long time I wanted to be a mother. Well, the reality that I learned through our relationship was that it's not so much that I wanted to be a mother. I'm sorry, that I wanted to have kids, but I wanted a child. I wanted someone who was going to love me. And I had this flawed ideal that children have to love their parents. So because of that, I wanted to have a kid because I wanted someone to love me. Our relationship has caused me to see that all of that was not true. That I had no idea what it meant to be a wife. I had no idea what it meant to truly be selfless in a relationship. I had no idea what parenthood would look like, and that my reasons and rationale for all of those things were purely selfish, and that I don't want that. I don't want to have my own children. I want to travel the world, and traveling the world is something that's a little bit hard to do when in any capacity you have to take care of someone else. And I don't want to do that.
Okay. All right. What is one belief or perspective of mine that you have completely changed? I think it's evident. This relationship, I said that I was not going to get into a long term
I
relationship,
think the word you're looking for is never.
never get into a long term relationship because I did not see a benefit of it. But I can tell you this that came from the perspective of a guy that after my divorce, I put myself out on the dating market in a time that I didn't need to. I was broke. I, excuse me, I was still dealing with some things that I needed to deal with and be able to be a better version of me, right? And not for any other person, but for myself. And when I got to that point, I was literally looking around going, you know what? I'm good living life, doing my own thing. I could, oh man, how can I say this without getting canceled? I could take care of some bonds that needed to be fixed from time to time and, be able to get whatever I needed to get for fixing some bonds. And I stole that. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. That is a saying that he's populated. He fixes bonds LLC will pull up and he'll fix some bonds to get whatever it is that he needed. And I was comfortable and okay living out my life that way. And then you forced your way. You
First of
said
all,
you said that's gonna be my man whether he know it or not. Did you not?
I think I just manifested it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is true. Like when I saw you, I knew from that first time, from that first moment you walked into their house, I knew. I knew.
What is your absolute favorite way to spend a quiet evening together?
We were just like cuddled up on the couch watching TV. It's just the two of us. We're just relaxing. Nothing like nothing overly sexual or anything like that. We're just relaxing. It is just the two of us watching a show, watching a movie, enjoying each other's company. Now, granted, that's not like my favorite part. The runner up, so like that's here. The runner up to that would be what we do before that. So typically we'll like sit, we'll enjoy a meal together. Um, we'll be at the island. I'll be sitting, eating, and then like you'll be standing and eating, and we're talking, rehashing our day or whatever, and then we go and cuddle on the couch. So I do love that part, but then just cuddling on the couch.
Hmm. My answer is very similar, but it's emphasis on the quiet. Like, it's great. And I think that it's awesome that culturally we like a lot of the same things.
Yes, action movies.
So we can watch an action movie, we can watch a comedy, we can laugh together, we can hear something that's showing up on the screen, and we don't have to say nothing. We'll just look and be like, kind of like that, and then laugh because we understand what the joke was.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something right there that is definitely one of my favorite things to do, and is one of my favorite ways to just spend a quiet evening together, is to be up on the couch watching a movie or something and just laughing.
You know, from now on, I'm not going to be able to like lie down after we eat. I have to sit up for 2 to 3 hours. So I have to get like the corner, like my back. Like I'll cuddle up like this, but no more just like laying my head down or something like that. I have to
We'll
be
figure it out.
upright.
We
Upright.
will figure it out. When do you feel the most emotionally connected to me? This is such a chick question.
Can we talk about this offline?
Okay, I'll give you my answer. I'll give you my answer. You said something that I don't understand, right? So Michelle and I, we don't live together yet. We're actually in the process of moving in for real this time. I know we hyped it up
last year,
last
and then
year,
it got
and then it
delayed.
got delayed.
Yeah.
But we are moving in together for real here in a couple of months. And you said something to me that I don't understand.
What I say? Oh my gosh, my back hurts.
Like, we don't live together.
Mm-hmm.
I could go a whole day not talk to
Oh
you,
my gosh, I can't.
and like I'm fine unless the world's dying,
Mm-hmm.
or there's something that you actually need from me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't like, if nothing's going on, like we don't need to talk. I don't need to communicate with you to be still connected to
Yes,
you.
you do. Yes.
You need that.
It's okay.
I don't.
We need that.
So you show me what your answer was. Why don't you say it? What's wrong with what you typed to me? Now the answer of what I just said to you,
Mm-hmm.
that you need,
Mm-hmm.
that could be your answer. But what can you say on
That's
air?
private.
How is that private?
Because it's
People
us.
do it.
Do they though?
Everybody, no, not everybody.
Not
does it,
everybody.
actually.
Not everybody. But that's us. That's the me and you thing. I told him, y'all. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad.
Infer from what we're not saying on what her answer was. What is the conversation that we've had that you consider was a major turning point for us?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I'm gonna challenge you all. Do you remember that we had a dating contract when we first got together back in 2022? We had a dating contract that was set to expire January 2nd, 2024. I think I think the conversation that we had that was a major turning point for us was when we had the conversation to make the decision to go all the way, to kind of erase that date and we'll draw a line through that date and decide to commit to one another and commit to spending our lives together. It was a big and pivotal moment for me. So I would say that that was probably the conversation that I consider a major turning point for us.
Before I answer my answer, before I give my answer,
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to think about that conversation that you've had with your significant other, the person that you're with now, and think about why that really mattered to you. And if you know how to write that down, put it down in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you share might actually help give some clarity to somebody on whether they should continue something and go this way in the road, or if they should look at this and go that way in the road. But I think for me, it was the conversation that revolved around the time that I was up your house and something was going on and I didn't know what it was very early on in our relationship.
Yeah, I remember.
And you were, my interpretation was you were pushing me out. You were trying to push me away, but I saw somebody that was more scared, and you didn't do the way you handled it. You did it in a way that it wasn't mean, rude, or disrespectful. And because those three things weren't present, even though I was like, I'm not sure what's going on right now, I'm like, I'm going to give her time to see if maybe she can say what's really going on. And if you would have said, if you would have stayed in that fear
Mm-hmm.
and continued, then we would not have been where we are right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you did take time, you addressed what it was, and you were honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
That could have literally been the make or break point in our relationship from how I see it anyway.
No, that's true.
Okay. How would you describe the feeling of our relationship to someone who has never met us?
Okay, the feeling. Mm. So think of think of the thing. So literally, not a person that makes you the most comfortable. Whether it is like this specific pair of sweatpants or this specific position, place or spot on your bed, or whether it's this very specific
Giggity.
beach, very specific beach. Think of the thing that makes you the most comfortable, the place where you can be yourself, the place where you no,
Other
this
way.
way, the place where you can be yourself and be free. How do you feel in that? How you feel in that moment is how I would describe our relationship.
Okay. Wow.
Top that.
This one, how would you describe the feeling of our relationship to somebody who's never met us? The feeling.
I feel.
I don't know. Like,
What
you know how like gamers get this, or people when you were a kid, did you ever used to go to an arcade
No.
and be excited? Okay, so you wouldn't get this. Like, I'm trying to think of something that the general
I
people
mean, I game,
could,
but not in an arcade.
could understand. Like,
I was like a Genesis.
when you haven't seen somebody in a long time and then y'all link up, that link up is always a good time. Always. Now, in my opinion, I think that it's that anticipation of like the what could. If you understand what I'm talking about in that feeling, that's how I would describe the feeling of our relationship to somebody who's never met us. Like, it's fun being with you. I enjoy spending time with you. I think I tell you that all the time. Um so enjoyment. I think enjoyment would be the feeling that I would use to describe our relationship to somebody who's never met us. For example, we are going to have as long as we can get this thing scheduled, somebody from Canada that's gonna pop up.
Oh, Canada. I'm sorry.
She reached out. Yeah. Oh, you should really apologize for that. She reached out to us through email, and her husband own
A winery.
a winery, and maybe, just maybe, we might pop up and visit. We might pop up and visit, but, um, meeting people like that, and then kind of just that feeling. I don't know if it's gonna be just her, if it's gonna be her and her husband
That's so awesome, though.
that's
Like,
gonna come on,
I
but
love that.
I think that that's dope. So shout out to Miss Madison for reaching out.
Yay.
Uh, what do you think is the secret ingredient to our specific chemistry?
Vulnerability. I'll say that again, louder. Vulnerability. We have, we now have no issue being completely honest and
Mm,
vulnerable with the other person. We took the Real Precious's advice to heart about being hot with one another. So honest, open, and transparent. We took those words to heart and we are vulnerable with one another. We tell each other the things that we may not necessarily want to tell, maybe TMI to an extent. We share our medical records with one another. So, fun fact, I didn't even know this was a thing until King, but for all of your electronic medical stuff that you have, in whatever health systems you have, you can share that information or give access to that information to an authorized person. King is my authorized person. So every doctor's thing he has the ability to see. If a doctor sends me a message, like I'll get that email for it. King gets that email for it as well. So there are no important secrets between the two of us. We're vulnerable with other. We completely open up knowing that whatever we have to share is safe with the other person because we know that we're safe with the other person. So I would say that that is the secret ingredient, which obviously isn't a secret anymore because we're sharing it with you. But I would say that that's the secret ingredient of our relationship.
my answer is very similar, but I'm going to say why.
Oh, okay.
For
Say why.
me, the why, if I were to summarize all of that,
Mm-hmm.
that I would say is the secret ingredient,
Mm-hmm.
the why is it lets us know where we stand with each other.
Yep.
I don't have to guess about if she still likes me or is in love with me or anything like that. She's not recluse and closed off, or let me come over here and make sure that he doesn't know this thing, or I'm gonna keep this in the vault and make him guess on where I stand by being inclusive, being open and honest, and sharing things. Um, like I know where I stand. I would be worried myself if I ever had to question why I stand with her.
I get
That's just the way that I think. Ooh,
it. Ooh, uh-oh.
when you look into my eyes, what's the first word that usually comes to mind?
Sexy.
Hey, mine is gorgeous. That
Oh.
that is my word for you. I only use that word for you. Gorgeous. I want lips. Kiss number 5.
That is not. It's 4 because that first one didn't happen. Sorry, y'all. We're just hashing out some things from earlier. We're fine.
What is an unfulfilled dream of yours that you want us to tackle together next?
Oh, next. Okay. Because up until that last word, I'm like, oh, I got a dream for us, but it's just not the next thing for us to tackle. Um,
This one might be tough for me to think about. What is an unfulfilled dream of yours that you want us to tackle together next? This is going to require some thought.
I think for me, okay, so since we're talking about being honest and transparent, I'm going to say this here for accountability, but to you for vulnerability. In December, my my restream renewed. And that's like it was like $190. And as I looked at it, I was like, but when was the last time I used restream? I don't go live um anymore. So a dream that I would like you to help me realize is to really market myself and to really promote and go out and share. Like I have all of these gifts, all of these talents that God has given me. And I know, not even I feel, I know I don't use them to the best of my capability. And if I am going to continue to pay for a service, I should utilize said service. Does that answer the question?
Yeah. All right. So an unfulfilled dream, like, man, I've shared a lot of the stuff that I think about with you, right? So, ooh,
For both of us.
ooh,
So both of us used to, I'm sorry, both of us
please.
used to go to Toastmasters because we had a dream of public speaking.
Yes.
And this year, my cousin and our good friend, so two people that I know, one that you know, had an opportunity to serve as TED Talk speakers.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I started going to Toastmaster, I wanted to improve my public speaking so that one day I could go on a TED Talk somewhere. I don't think that that is immediate, but I think for both of us, like we really wanted to do public engagement, public speaking more. And I think that we should both try to tackle that
Okay.
next.
Hmm. All right. I think for me, I was thinking about because we've talked about things that we would desire, right? So we have a desire to look at life as expats,
Yes.
right?
That's oddly enough, that's where I wanted to go. Yeah, yeah.
So we've talked about a couple of different things. Like trips aren't really unfulfilled dreams because we've planned those.
Yeah, we'll go on it.
We have started our business together. We need to do
Marketing.
some marketing and
Yeah.
some of the refinements. So that's not like an unfulfilled dream. So this is difficult for me to bring from my perspective because for a lot of the things that we've dreamt about,
Mm-hmm.
we've already started implementing them. So I might have to really think about this and come back to it
Okay.
because I like we've touched so much stuff around so a lot of the different areas that already matter to me that I can't think of an unfulfilled dream to bring up or highlight
That's fair.
to make that a reality. Um, what is the relationship milestone we haven't hit yet that you're incredibly excited for?
I am incredibly excited for us to hit Thanksgiving in our home. And not Thanksgiving per se, but I suggested and you agreed that instead, in lieu of having a housewarming party, like sometime during the summer or something like that, can we just host Friendsgiving in our home and like have it double as that? And you said yes. So I'm looking for that relationship milestone for us to be able to celebrate that time and specifically and more generally the holidays together in our home. Like I'm excited for our first Christmas together in our home. And y'all, if you come over to our house for Christmas this year, um, do not ask where the Christmas decorations are. The Christmas decorations are at your house. They're not going to be at our house. And it's not because, you know, we don't celebrate Christmas or anything. We don't celebrate cleaning. So we don't feel like cleaning it up, which means that we don't feel like setting it up. So, like, the thing about us is we have no problem setting up something, but someone has to take it down and it won't be either one of us. So we just split the difference and we're not going to put anything up. But if you want to put something up in our home and then come and then take it down, have at it. But we not going to. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to us celebrating our first holidays together.
My thing that I'm excited for that's going to be a relationship milestone is when, as a couple,
As a couple.
we are debt free.
Oh my gosh.
So,
About to make me shout up in here. Come on, Jesus. Yes.
so you made me really, you don't even know this. You made a commitment to something that you said that you wanted to knock out on consumer debt on your side by a certain time period. And to me, it kind of came out the middle of
It
nowhere.
did because, ADHD. Yeah.
But I loved the idea behind why you said what you said. Because let me say this, like before I met you, I had a certain target on where I wanted to be. And I'm not blaming this relationship. So don't hear when you say that. I'm not blaming the relationship, but I redirected things as this relationship matured.
Matured. I love it. I love that. Go ahead. I'm here for
That
this.
put me individually behind schedule. I'm not complaining about that one bit. So don't hear that way.
Okay.
But there were things that I came into this relationship having, things that you came into the relationship having, that when we both can look and realize that we are 100% consumer debt free, them student loans is done. Ooh. The acceleration of things past that point is going to be fantastic. So that has me excited. It's one of the things that is going to be at the forefront of my decision making going forward. And I hope you're ready for what that looks like.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Good deal. Now, as we wrap things up here, let me see if I can find something that I think is a good thing to wrap us up with. First of all, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.
This right here, the way that we communicate and stuff, this works for us.
Yeah.
There are some relationships out there where you might have somebody that they aren't the talking type person. Now, if you love them and you can be okay with that, then that's one thing. What I've heard though is that that's few and far in between. Like that's a small number of relationships that can work like that. So take the time to communicate with your person. And again, just because you ask these questions now does not mean that 5 years from now their answer is going to be the same. So the important part about doing something like this is to check in with the person, see where their thinking's at now, so that you can adjust fire as necessary, so to speak. All right. If we met again in another life, what do you think would happen?
If we met again in another life, what do I think would happen? I think the same thing would happen that happened now. We would have to live a life independent of each other. And then when we found each other, we would know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is where we were meant to be. I think that there is no other life, no other realm where we immediately meet each other. We had to experience other things, other people, other cultures, other lifestyles, other hurts, other joys, so that when we came together, we would know exactly who we are. We could be confident in who we are, and we would end up in the exact same place.
Who? If we met each other again in another life,
y'all, he about to get real petty.
What do I think would happen?
Yes.
Oh man. What are you wearing when I see you?
I told y'all he was about to get real petty.
If you was wearing those jean shorts with that Jamaican shirt and you walked by,
he'd be like,
you would have my attention. If it was just a scenario Other than that, I think I'd be going this way. You'd be going
Oh
that
my
way.
God. King Smith.
And it would just be a blip in time.
King Smith.
That's how I feel.
What he meant was all roads would always lead to. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all. This has been another episode of the King and Me Show. Be sure to go to our website that's going to show up at the end of this, thekingandmeshow.com. Sign up for our newsletter.
With a real email address.
With a real email address, because from time to time we do giveaways. And on our last giveaway, I've had to go through 1, 2, 3 names before I was able to get a.
The third one works?
Well, so the third one worked, but the third one hasn't responded yet.
Okay.
To be able to
back, yeah.
receive the Amazon gift card. So we have a $50 Amazon gift card that we're trying to give away.
We're trying to give it away.
And if this person doesn't respond in the next 24 hours, I'm doing the run
on to number 4.
The giveaway again and drawing a 4th name, which will then give that person 3 days to respond to the email saying, hey, you've won the Amazon gift card. Is this the right email address to send it to?
But did you take the advice of your friend so it doesn't read like spammy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like, did you? Okay.
Yes. So I'll get that figured out.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm King.
I'm Michelle.
And we're out.
Bye.
Love you, baby.
Love you too. You smell good.
I gotta end the show.
But you do smell good.
I gotta end the show.
I get that. I understand that. I'm like well aware of what you're saying, but you smell good.